Welcome back to Campfire Tales, where the fire sputters low and the night weaves stories that chill your soul. I'm your host, drawing you close to the campfire to unravel tales that dare the dead. Tonight, we delve into the macabre tale of the graveyard wager, a ghost story spun from midnight dares gone wrong. What stakes in the dark? Let's face the terror together. Settle in, but don't take that bet. In 1957, rural Georgia, where cotton fields stretched under moonless skies and Chevy Bel Airs rattled down dirt roads, lived Jimmy Ray, a 17-year-old farm boy with a daredevil streak. His buddies, Bubba, Clyde, and Skeeter, hung out nightly at the old oak by Pine Hill Cemetery, swapping ghost stories, smoking Lucky Strikes, and listening to Elvis on the car radio. One Friday, after a drive-in showing of Jailhouse Rock, they were knee-deep in tales. Jimmy Ray leaned back, flicked his cigarette, and said, "Y'all ever hear about the stake trick?" The boys shook their heads. He lowered his voice. "If you drive a wooden stake into a fresh grave at midnight, the ghost of the person buried there will rise up and drag you down into the earth with him. That's what my grandpappy swore. Said it happened to a cousin in 29. Skeeter snorted. "That's hogwash, Jimmy. I'll bet you $5 you won't do it tonight," the others hooted. Jimmy Ray grinned. Easy money. Miss Etta May, the town seamstress, had been buried that morning after a heart attack. "You're on," he said. At 11:58 p.m., the boys crept past the rusted iron gate. Crickets went silent. Fog rolled from the headstones like dry ice. Jimmy Ray carried a wooden stake and mallet from his dad's garage. The mound was fresh, red clay, plastic flowers. He knelt, hammer raised. Thud. The stake pierced the earth. He chuckled. $5 in the bag. Standing up, he found he couldn't move. Then he felt a tug. Jimmy tried moving again, but no matter how he pulled at his leg, it wouldn't budge. He yanked. Nothing. He pulled harder. Nothing. He was trapped. "Guys," he whispered, fear creeping into his voice. Silence. His friends had vanished into the fog. The wind picked up. Leaves rustled like fingers. Jimmy Ray tugged again. Whatever had him held tight. He thought he heard a whisper, "Jimmy," from beneath the soil. His heart hammered. He jerked, twisted, screamed, "Let go!" The ground seemed to pulse around him. Jimmy swore cold fingers brushed his ankles. He thrashed, kicked, but to no avail. "The ghost has me," he wailed. Tears streamed. His chest tightened. The fog thickened. Shadows seemed to dance all around him, reaching for him. He clawed the dirt, choked with fear, gasping, heart racing until nothing. Dawn broke. Bubba, Clyde, and Skeeter returned laughing, flashlights scanning the cemetery. They found Jimmy Ray slumped over the grave, eyes wide, mouth frozen in a scream. The stake had pierced the hem of his pants. He'd pinned himself. No ghost, just terror. In his clenched fist, the crumpled $5 bill. That's the macabre tale of the graveyard wager, rooted in 1950s Southern urban legends. Inspired by scary stories to tell in the dark, it spread through drive-ins and sock hops, warning, pride kills faster than ghosts. In County Galway, Ireland, in 1846, where famine gnawed the land and bogs swallowed secrets, lived Noah, a 19-year-old stable boy for a cruel landlord. On All Souls' Night by the peat fire, the landlord's son, Patrick, shared a tale. Ride through Ballynahinch graveyard at midnight, and the Dullahan will call your name and claim your soul. Noah, half-starved, laughed it off. Patrick sneered and wagered 10 shillings, a month's wages, that Noah wouldn't ride through at midnight. Noah, wanting to feed his family, took the bet. At 11:59 p.m., Noah mounted a gray mare, her breath steaming in the frosty air. Hooves clattered on the cobblestone path. The graveyard gate loomed in the distance, its iron twisted and ivy choking. Stars vanished. Fog curled like ghosts rising. Noah spurred the mare, heart pounding. A low rumble grew. Hooves, not his own. He glanced back. A rider with no head, spine whip cracking, grinning skull in hand, galloped from the shadows. The Dullahan raised the skull. "Noah O'Malley," it boomed, voice like breaking stone. Noah whipped the reins. The mare screamed, hooves tearing earth. The Dullahan's horse, eyes red, hide black, closed in. Whip cracks echoed. Noah prayed, crossing himself. The crossroads loomed. He leaned low, wind howling. The skull laughed. At the crossroads edge, a final crack. Noah fell, eyes burst, mouth open. 10 shillings clutched in his frozen hand. The mare stumbled home. The Dullahan's laugh lingered in the bog. That's the Dullahan's ride, rooted in Irish mythology. The Dullahan, harbinger of death, rides on feast days, calling names with finality. Documented in Celtic lore and Yeats' writings, it warns, some wagers cost your soul. Why do these tales endure? It's the dread of dares that kill, from Georgia's staked pant leg to Galway's headless call. The earth remembers. That's all for tonight's Campfire Tales. If these stories made you fear midnight dares, share them in the comments, or tell us a tale from your hometown. Next time, we'll unravel the disturbing tale of the room for rent, a legend that'll make you fear the room you rent. Until then, keep the fire burning and don't take the bet.